I'm Jeff, and this is the FLIR Thermal Imaging Camera. A great tool for us to have in our set for the other side. We've actually been able to use this on sets and in locations to be able to, kind of figure out if some of the reports that we're hearing are credible with regards to temperature fluctuations and changes. Let me walk you through exactly what this is. This tiny little camera attaches to a tablet, and we are then able to see on the screen the temperatures of the objects in the area. Now, while this does not record ambient air temperature, it does record surface temperature. So it's not going to allow you to see a difference in the air. So if there is a spirit that is standing in front of you or there is a cold spot, this is not going to register that, but this will register surface temperatures. So as an example, if you look at the wall in behind us here, right on that X, I'm going to walk up, I'm going to put my hand on the X, I'm going to leave it there for just a moment, and you're actually going to be able to see the impression that my hand leaves on the wall. So you can see now that spot that I touched is registering as a visual handprint right there on the wall. So if there is a report of a change in temperature in a location, or people are hearing about a cold spot that can be sensed, we can come in with this camera and we can scan the area, and we'll scan the area using this camera to determine if there are certain spots in the room that seem to be hot or cold naturally, based on everything from the ventilation to the windows to a piece of equipment or machinery that might be running. One particular location where we used this with great effectiveness was at the Capitol Theatre in Moncton. We actually were able to hear a story of a hallway where somebody many years ago felt this sort of cold and then hot sort of temperature fluctuation and change in the hall, which you might think initially is because the spirit has come through that space and affected the temperature. You see this all the time in Hollywood movies, where suddenly the investigators or somebody who's being plagued by a ghost will feel a sudden drop in temperature. They might even see their own breath. Totally overblown in Hollywood, doesn't really occur in the real world all that much. And at the Capitol Theatre, we had this report. So we went in with our thermal imaging camera and we sort of shot down the hallway to see where the temperature fluctuation may have arisen. Lo and behold, we did find that there was a very, very, very natural source for that change in temperature, which sort of debunked that story. And we find locations with stories like that all the time that we're able to debunk using these types of devices. So while this isn't going to capture a ghost necessarily, it's a great tool for you to have on hand so that you can check your work as an investigator. My name is Jeff, thanks so much, and that was the FLIR Thermal Imaging Camera.